his love doesn't exist. Episode 31.
Boss, doesn't Siyeon look a lot like your wife?
What?
Someone may mistake her for your daughter, instead of Eunhye.
I had just laughed it off on the spot, but a strange lingering thought didn't leave my mind. And one late evening last week, I went back to the office to get some important papers I left behind.
Enough thanking. Blow out the candles. Who?
Oh, right. Who?
In what I thought would be an empty office, some of the staff were still here, and they were throwing a party for that kid.
You said last time that you lived in Gangdong, so you must have been born in Seoul, no? You lived all your life in Gangdong?
I'd known that she was born on the same day as Eunhye, but as soon as I heard what came out of her mouth, my world turned upside down.
No. I was born in Songbuk. Arium Hospital in Songbuk.
The girl who was born in Arium Hospital on the same day as Eunhye, that looks just like my wife. The unimaginable thoughts that I had in my head gave me chills.
When did you arrive?
The moment the girl's look of horror pierced me, everything in front of me started to go dark. I left the girl behind and left as if to run away.
Hi, my name is Siyeon Kim.
Yes, please come this way.
Maybe it was because I had called Gwihyun in advance. I was led by the receptionist without delay.
This is the director's office of the 9th floor.
Long time no see. You've been robbing me all this time and had a good life, haven't you? Money, honor, men, the whole works.
Get it straight. Your grandmother is the one who robbed me of my life. And because of that, you've also been reaping the rewards.
You can't compare being the daughter of a tiny business owner and being the daughter-in-law of Midnight Sun Foods Incorporated. You knew you were fake all along, and yet you still tried to snatch it all away from me.
She used to take pride in the fact that she was the daughter of a respectable small business owner. But now, she must really like her new title better, for gaining the eldest son of Midnight Sun Foods Inc. In trying to insult me, she had belittled the one who had raised her all her life.
You're just the daughter of a small-time salesman. No wonder you were so conniving.
I felt a strong sense of disgust at her remark of calling her father a small-time salesman. Your father collapsed. Do you even know why? Or how he's doing?
Oh, I know it well, all right. He barged into my grandmother's place yesterday evening. Thanks to that, my side of the family are practically in mourning too.
Your side of the family?
You can hear the rest from Gwihyun. All we have to do is return back to our rightful places. Then there'll be no reason to run into each other anymore.
Are you glad now that you're 25? You come to terms with the fact that you survived all this time without dying?
No. The fact that I've lost these 25 years to a girl like you kills me inside. Anyway, the director's waiting, so head on inside, Miss Siyeon Kim.
Guess there wasn't much traffic. You're here early.
Did the CEO of Yongjin meet grandmother yesterday?
Yeah, he came looking for her yesterday. They live nearby.
Were you there too?
The family was having dinner, and he came in such an agitated state. He wasted no time taking a DNA test with Eunhye. It is hereby disclosed that the test subject 1, One-Day Choi, is not biologically related to test subject 2, Eunhye Choi. He even looked through the records of the hospital you were born in, and looked for the nurse of the infant unit who was there at the time. That nurse probably told your grandmother's name and her previous address. And he went to the local municipality and found out that grandmother lived right in front of him.
Poor Dad. I wonder how shocked he must have been. He must have been speechless to find out that his daughter was switched at birth. But to find out that the culprit of that atrocity lived in the very next house. Something must have been flaring inside my birth father's heart. But you seem totally fine with this whole thing.
I told you. This is between you and your icon father. And I'll tell you again, it's not me who you should be angry with or getting revenge at, but your grandmother and the parents who raised you.
Does the boss know why grandmother had Eunhye and me switched? The whole story?
There's no way she would have told him that. She just told him that she wanted Eunhye to grow up in a better home. But of course, the CEO Choi wouldn't take that for a reason. It's not like he's the head of a poor family.
So, did grandmother ask for forgiveness?
My children took in Siyeon and raised her as their own. Siyeon grew up without any worries, so I ask that you be not angry.
Of course she did, to the best of her ability. So much to the point that it seemed like she was begging. But he didn't accept it. He got angry.
And you let that precious daughter of yours live off by herself?
And so grandmother replied that she got you the apartment that you wanted. And that you got a handsome sum of cash, which could be confirmed with evidence.
And Eunhye. Was Eunhye there when that conversation happened? My father didn't say anything after seeing Eunhye.
He asked about when Eunhye found out the truth. And when she couldn't answer, he understood. I honestly didn't think that he'd collapse. He seemed to remain composed throughout the whole conversation.
I wonder how hurt and disturbed my father was, facing those selfish people by himself. I cannot even imagine how he must have felt.
Your father said the men should meet separately to solve this whole thing, and took my business card. After taking it, he didn't say anything and just left. That's all that happened yesterday. And I plan to visit the head house in Suwon after work today. I'm going to tell them that I found out the truth only yesterday. That's what we'll go with.
What if I won't allow it? What if I go myself and tell them the whole truth?
Then I'm going to have to tell them that you knew the truth all along before anyone else. And if that were the case, wouldn't people be suspicious that you and the CEO of Yeonjin were in cahoots since the beginning? And that he was leeching off Midnight Sun Foods Incorporated? That would be their logical reasoning. And perhaps, they'd think that you were using Eunhye.
Yeah. I guess. I can't put my father or Eunhye in that situation.
Your position in this situation doesn't change once everyone finds out. So, if grandfather calls you over, be wise about how you answer him.
I'll be off.
Oh, wait. One last thing. Eunhye's doing well for himself in the States. In case you were curious. See you, then. Siyeon.